All right, so this is pretty cool. You haven't spent much time on, and so you can see Facebook Live as well. You haven't spent that much time.
Go live?
Oh, yeah. All right, so 3, 2, 1, it's counting down. Like you'll see everybody, you'll see everybody start to roll in. So usually I have like a setup. So I'm just going to pull back here. You can see that one as well. You can look into both of them. And we're live here with Kirk Herbstreit. So I'm going to primarily show you in this. So how many Army-Navy games have you been to?
I've never been to the game.
You've done like college game day in advance.
We do game day.
Yes.
And you know, the Heisman, of course, is Saturday night. So we do game day in the morning, and then we take a train up to New York for the Heisman.
Yeah, so the Heisman. How much suspense do you think there actually is this year? I mean, it seems like Lamar is a massive favorite to win this thing. Do you think that it's basically a foregone conclusion, or how much suspense?
Yeah, and we
do you
don't
think
ever
there is?
know anything.
Right.
You know how you vote.
100%,
You get
yes.
online and you vote, and you look at your first, second, and third vote, and you have to sit there and contemplate. For me, anyway, I don't know how you felt, but it's like Lamar Jackson. My gosh, what he did at Florida State and the way they fought back against Clemson. Those were his two defining moments. But then the next 6 weeks, it was like he was either off to radar against an inferior opponent,
right,
or struggling,
right,
especially on the big stage
yes.
against Houston with 11 sacks. So I think we kept talking about the door opening, but then we just didn't have that moment in November from a Baker Mayfield or Deshaun Watson in a meaningful game
to be able to challenge.
So yeah, so like the guys that you thought might come get him never really had a huge performance. So I think Deshaun closed the gap because I think the way Lamar's team and the way he kind of slowed things down. But I'm guessing, if I had to guess, I would say Lamar is still the guy to beat.
How do you like living in Nashville?
Love it.
You moved down there from Columbus.
We
got to go golf.
About that.
What's your golf score, by the way?
Terrible. What's the highest handicap you're allowed to have?
Like I close to mine because I've put up some big numbers over the years.
Do you know? Is there a rule on how high your handicap?
Usually, you're not allowed to take more than like an 8. I think on a hole. Like that's like
an 8.
Yeah,
okay.
like top it. Oh no.
My golf is like if I bogey a hole.
Oh, you're ecstatic.
That's
yes. Yeah. That's
if
fair.
I double bogey, that's like.
What would you say your strength is? Is it your short game? Is it can you crush it off the tee? Are you decent putting?
No. I'm very erratic off the tee. In fact, I'll hit a hybrid off the tee to try to control it.
Yes.
I bet you from about 180 and in.
Yep.
I'd rather hit a shot from 170, 180, 150, 130.
Yes.
And then if I get like 10 feet from the collar, from getting to the green,
yes,
I'm liable to. I could get 8.
Other side,
like that finesse.
That's what I've always said.
That flop shot.
I've always said
I'm either going to hit it 100 yards or 2 feet.
I've always said it would be cool to go to the Masters and let an average golfer play from only on the greens. Can you get 72? Can you shoot par starting the farthest point from the hole on the greens?
Michigan State asked me to come. They had a Michigan State contingent that they were going to play at Augusta this past spring, and Mark Hollister, AD, and Mark Antonio and Izzo, they asked me to go.
Yep.
Now most people get asked to go.
They are 100% there.
Oh my God, win! I
yes.
said thank you for the offer, but I don't want to hurt the course. I said thank you for the offer. I'm good. And then they said no, you're going with us. I couldn't sleep for a week. I was so. Did
you go out and practice? Did you take some practice swings?
Yeah.
Like
I got some lessons.
So what did you? So what did you shoot?
I actually shot like an 89.
Like that's fantastic. Were you playing for the tips, or did they have like?
No, I don't know what we played on, but I knew there was about 30 people around me
watching. So you were how nervous were you on the first tee box?
I'm the guy that if the foursome catches up from behind and watches you at the tee box,
psychs you out.
I put the ball in my pocket and I just don't hit. I'll just drop out there somewhere. I get so because everyone assumes that
you're going to be athletic.
You're great. Yes. You're athletic. My problem was I grew up playing baseball left-handed.
So you have a baseball swing.
But I golf right-handed. I need to turn around and play left-handed.
So when you were there, like, what was it like? Did you have any pars? Did you make a par on any of the Masters holes?
Yes, I did. I think I had 2 or 3 pars.
Oh wow!
I don't remember which.
You have a caddy, right? Like who goes around with you, so it helps like with the reeds and everything else. Because otherwise it would be complicated.
3 holes to overcome him because he was making me nervous.
Right.
So once I got on I realized he was on my side.
Yes.
Me and him became friends, and then I was okay.
Have you ever played in a pro-am? Because I've never played in a pro-am, but my concern is
I've always turned him down.
Yeah.
What's your concern?
My concern is I would kill someone in the tee box for the same reason that like you're nervous about the process in general.
Absolutely.
I'm just terrified about it.
Yeah.
So you said you like Nashville, living there now. What's it like living in the SEC footprint compared to living in the Big Ten footprint? Like when you see people out in Nashville, do they want to talk? I'm sure they want to talk about college football. But also Nashville's a little bit of a laid-back town compared to a lot of other places.
Very chill. Like in Columbus, everywhere you go, every single person has an Ohio State T-shirt or sweatshirt on. In Nashville, it's just not as passionate in the same way. I mean, you have more Alabama fans there than I realize. Like my kids go to school, and I would say majority of their buddies are Alabama fans.
A lot of Auburn, lots of Ole Miss. It's kind of the melting pot of the SEC.
It reminds me of like Indianapolis or Chicago for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Obviously, Atlanta would be like that for the SEC. But I would say Alabama, Tennessee are the two most prominent that I see or hear from in Nashville. And then after that, it's kind of a smorgasbord. But people are very, very cool and chill about the whole thing. And I love the restaurants, too.
It's incredible. It's incredible the amount of restaurants that we got now.
It just keeps, every week there's a new restaurant.
And there's fantastic. Does he need to go? Does he have somewhere else to go? You good? I just want
another 6 minutes.
Okay, that's awesome. So you're sweating. Am I getting you nervous here?
No, I'm hot. I'm always run hot.
You need a drink. Yeah. We got the bar behind us because we're at the Army Navy. We're right outside. We're in Baltimore. Army Navy's big event is going on right behind us.
You go to the game?
Yeah, I will. I have been. I've been once before in Philadelphia. I'll stay here and go to the game. This year I haven't been on the road. The last 3 years I was in LA for the Fox Studios. So this year I'm doing the new morning show. I get up at 4 a.m. every day. What time was your show when you did daily radio?
I did afternoon drive. I did 4 to 7.
So you get up early for like game day. Like what time do you have to be up tomorrow for game day?
I'm on the air at 7 or 8:30. So I'll get up about 6.
Okay, so I wake up every day now at 4 a.m. because the show is East Coast Drive. So we're in Nashville on Central Time Zone. So I have to be out live at 5 a.m.
Do you do it from your house?
Yeah, I have an ISDN at the house, but right now I do it from Music Row.
You're a good American.
I know, Music Row.
So why don't you figure out a way to do it from your house?
Well, we've got the ISDN. I've got to get it kind of worked out so that, the first several months you got to kind of get the roll going and kind of figure out exactly how it's going to go.
Now, who are you doing it? Who are you
doing?
Just
me, solo.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you taking calls or?
A little bit.
I mean, have your own.
I can talk. The one advantage that I have is that I can talk. But we are building up the caller kind of quality, I think, for people who watch the show. I think it's doing fairly well. But doing a solo show, as you know, you got to be kind of plugged in. You can't just kind of fake it. You got to be kind of on top of it.
Now, what are your main topics? So you usually
football.
Is it all NFL and college?
This time of year, I don't hardly talk about anything else unless you got some kind of controversy.
But is it more NFL or college?
I try to do almost exactly 50-50.
Okay.
And like the big college topics. The NFL is great because everything's a national topic, right? Everybody has an opinion on Aaron Rodgers, or everybody has an opinion. And college, I think, increasingly has become somewhat like that.
Yeah.
Except the coaches are the stars instead of the quarterbacks.
Let me ask you: am I getting older, or is the NFL falling flat for me as far as passion? I mean, I've always been a guy that's enjoyed the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because college football takes so much energy and passion on Saturday that Sunday, like for example, I'll go do the Florida State Clemson game and it's like insane atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then I fly home that night.
Yes.
I wake up early and my boys and I and my wife, we go to the Titans home games. It's almost like watching a different game.
I agree with you. It is, and I think it's because
I'm serious, dude. It is Is it the Titans?
I think it's partly the Titans, but I think it's also like the NFL's become more corporatized. Like I feel that way. I feel that way. I go to the Super Bowl and broadcast and do the shows or whatever from down there. The difference between the Super Bowl crowd and the college football championship crowd is most of the people who are in the college football championship crowd still have a connection to one team or the other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The NFL, you got 20% of the crowd maybe that has a really strong affinity one way or the other. And then everybody else is just kind of there. What do you think about Marcus Mariota, by the way? And Jim
Love him.
Yeah.
I love the Titans. I wish they had. Can we tear that stadium down?
We need a new stadium. The talk is to get a dome one day, which would be able to compete for everything.
I just feel like that team, that city, that state is a football state.
Yeah.
they deserve a great experience. I
Yeah,
go to
100%.
Preds games, and you walk away with a great fan experience.
Preds
If they
kill it.
win,
Yes.
if they win, it's icing on the cake. If they lose, you still had a great time.
Go had some
You
beers,
go
have
to
a- yeah.
a Tennessee Titans game right now, and this team's they're right in the mix.
Yes.
Who would have thought that?
Are you going to go to the
They're
game against the
6-6.
Broncos?
If I
This
get back,
weekend?
if I get back,
that's
to
my
town.
plan too. I'm going to land and get back. Yeah.
I'm so happy and proud of those guys.
Yeah.
They're 6-6. Think about where this franchise has been the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
For them to be where they are, the style of football that they're playing on offense, where they're running the ball.
Yeah.
It's putting Mariota in a better position on play action. They just look like they believe a little bit more
Yeah.
this year. So I love going to the games. I'm just saying, it's just flat. And I don't know if the fans. My buddies who have been in Nashville forever,
Yep.
they say, man, you should have seen when Eddie was
Now,
here.
it is true.
McNair.
When I was there for the Music City
insane.
Miracle, it was awesome.
They said we used
But
to
I
have
think-
a huge home field advantage.
I think people have gotten, first of all, they've lost a lot of games
Yeah.
over the years. I think Mariota has the potential to build it back up, but it definitely is a jaded community now compared to 99 and 2000 when it was pretty wild, when they were great and they had Eddie and they had Steve McNair
Yeah, they had
and
some
Pete and Blaine
great.
Bishop. And
It was
they
the,
did a lot of
it was
great
the
talent.
Ravens and the
Great
Titans.
rivals.
It seems like
Yes,
it was every year.
100%.
I hope it gets back to that because the team's doing a good job of
Yeah.
trying to go in the right direction.
What do you think about Lane Kiffin in general? Like, do you think that he should be a head coach? Do you think he's done enough at Alabama? Like, obviously, the Houston news came out earlier.
Yeah.
Like, Lane is a guy I think that a lot of people believe is going to be a head coach again. Do you think he can handle it? Do you think he's learned from his previous jobs?
I mean, time will tell. I think
Yeah.
you and I were talking before we came on. I think he'll be announced either later tonight or tomorrow as a head coach at a school that still has an opening out there. And I think he is ready. Just from knowing him through this entire experience, I think he would tell you
Yeah.
that he was young, maybe a bit naive when he was at Tennessee and at USC. And even though he thought he had a pretty good grasp of things, I think he would tell you after the 3 years with Coach Saban of all guys,
Yep.
not only are they winning on the field, I think behind closed doors he was like, in awe of what was going on as far as the process
Yes.
and witnessing it and
Yep.
being a part of that. So I think you can't help but mature and grow. And I think now it's a chance for him to kind of show what he can do. What that does when that domino falls and he becomes a head coach.
Yeah.
Like I said, in the next maybe 24 hours, now you got to go. He's going to coach. If this happens, he'll coach through the playoff.
Yeah.
So either 1 or 2 games remaining as the OC at Alabama. Then are they going to go Sark? My guess is they go Sark and Mike Locksley combo to long term.
Yes.
For Coach Saban in Alabama. Then you got to go to LSU. They probably were thinking we have Lane Kiffin as the OC with Coach Hill.
LSU is in trouble now.
LSU, what are they going to do
Yes.
as an OC? So that's going to be interesting. They had to have a plan B, but we don't know who that
It's
is.
LSU. They never have a plan B. Let's be honest. I've always said that, like you spend enough time around the SEC schools, like LSU is the ultimate, like, just we're going to wing it, right? Which fits their fan base, and honestly, Coach O, like wrestling alligators, stuff like that, he's the quintessential Cajun dude who's an LSU fan, right?
Crazy.
And so I think that's a big part of why they wanted him. And I love going to games in Baton Rouge for that exact reason. I remember I had buddies that I took to, remember when they opened, you probably might have called this game, I think, the LSU-Oregon game down in Cherry World.
I did call.
All right, so I had buddies there. I said, you got to come to this game. It's going to be fun. And so we went and tailgated. We hung around outside the stadium. And these buddies are from different parts of the country. And we were with LSU people. And they're like, I don't understand how all these people are still walking. Like, because they had consumed so much alcohol before the game. And then they just roll right in and power through. I mean, it's literally the craziest group of people that I've ever seen.
The staying power.
It's unbelievable.
You have to tip your cap.
It is. It's unlike anything else.
You just have to have an appreciation for how they because it's not like a light beer.
No,
it's usually brown.
Yes, and I mean the best part of that is they drank West Virginia dry, and it's not like West Virginia people are like, oh, those people never drink.
No,
they had
no
a game
shot
there.
Yeah,
And
if you go up against LSU in a bowl game, just bring your game face because it's a whole different level.
Last question for you again. You said you think still Lane Kiffin could get a head coaching job.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll happen very, very soon. In fact, I think I don't know how
it could have happened on Twitter while we're talking. The way things happen, it's that imminent.
It's that imminent, and I like I said, I think he'll do well. But how it impacts the rest of the college football landscape, I would have said 2-3 weeks ago, PJ Fleck would be somewhere, right?
Right, and he didn't.
I mean, Cincinnati's still open out there.
You think Luke Fickell has a good chance
I
there?
heard he's the front runner. It's the first time Luke's really thrown his hat in the ring.
Yes.
To say I'm willing to leave Ohio State, and he might end up at Cincinnati. So when these things happen, as you know, it always impacts these coaches. And Matt Rule going to Baylor.
I had him on the show this morning.
Isn't he great?
He was awesome. He was
Don't you
fantastic.
love the guy?
I love asking those guys questions. This is my favorite question to ask him. What did you get paid your first job? He
Yeah.
made $1,800 in 1998 to coach at some tiny school I didn't even know
that's
existed.
impressive. And I saw you talking on your thing here, your first job and what you made.
What did you make at your first media job? Do you
my
remember?
first job, because I got done at Ohio State. I tried to get into radio,
Yep.
and I had pharmaceutical sales, normal work.
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't want to go that route. I want to do something
You
I
have
look
like some
forward to
epiphany
doing.
where you're like, I can't do it.
I don't know where it's leading, but I want
Right.
to do something
Yes.
I enjoy. And I did radio in Columbus, Ohio, 5:30 to 7. I made $12,000, no benefits, no 401k, nothing.
Yeah.
And thought I was the richest guy.
This is the best
in
job ever.
world.
You were like, this is awesome.
Best job ever.
Yes.
And it's funny, like you were telling your story. Everybody's got a story that's in this business. It's funny how when you do something you love, it leads to a next opportunity. But you're so entrenched in loving it that you're like for me anyway, the next door opens and you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll walk through this door. It's no idea where you're
100%
going.
true. I always say that if you lose track of what you're doing, that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Right? You're so
Yeah.
enmeshed in it, like the time just
Yeah.
passes, and the next thing you know, like it's been several hours,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm just so plugged in here that's how you get better at things, because otherwise people are just going to focus on the hours. You never can beat somebody who's just doing it for a job.
You're right.
Well,
By
I know
the way, the article that you did on me about, was that 4 or 5 years ago?
Yes.
That was the best article anybody's ever done at capturing kind of like what my ride's been like. You talked to a lot of different. I
Talked to
really
your mom
appreciate
and your dad.
how
I mean-
thorough your work was on that. It was really good.
Well, I appreciate
That's
that.
why
You do great
anytime you
stuff.
need anything, let
Yeah,
me know.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see each other. We'll go golfing in
Yeah,
Nashville and
for
grab
sure.
some dinner at some
Yeah,
point soon.
for sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I appreciate you holding that.
Yeah.
And have fun tomorrow on game day. I'm sure you will.
right.
I'm going to finish off
You
the
gotta
show
coach
now.
me up how to do
yeah,
this.
I'm going to show you how to do this. We'll do it when we do golf. That was Kirk Herbstreit. You guys just heard him. Fellow Nashville native. Awesome dude. Just a good dude in general. Awesome guy in general. I hope you guys enjoyed that show. And I don't know what's out there on Twitter right now, but I think Kirk just broke news with us that Lane Kiffin's going to be named a head coach in the next 24 hours by a program you might not expect. So that is a intriguing aspect in and of itself. I don't have my stand, so I'm having to hold up both Facebook and both Facebook Live and Periscope. I'm up here in Baltimore for Army Navy. Yeah, should be a lot of fun. I'll respond to your questions now if you have any rapid fire questions that you want me to answer. Again, special guest today, really cool, Kirk Herbstreit swinging by and answering questions for us. Lots of guesses. What program is Lane Kiffin going to be named in the next 24 hours the head coach of? And I will tweet out a link on the story that I wrote on Herbstreit a little while ago. Decent. Yeah, I definitely need more hands, or I needed to bring my own stand. I didn't travel with it here. Yeah, appreciate that. Will I tailgate tomorrow? Yes, I should be at the stadium tomorrow. I'll tweet out where I'm going to be. I will go to the game here in Baltimore for sure. Questions or comments? Yes. Thanks again to Kirk Herbstreit for coming on and spending time with us here on the show. Will I bet on the game? If I go to a game, I bet on it. So I have to pick a side. I haven't picked one yet. Will not be taking a knee during the anthem tomorrow. You can be rest assured of that. I'm at the Baltimore Convention Center right now, so we've got the situation. Guy stalking me in the airport was weird. Okay, you guys are fantastic. I appreciate all the time. I appreciate all the feedback. I would say look around at all the openings right now. Western Kentucky, Temple, FAU. It sounds like South Florida is going to hire Charlie Strong. Kind of look around and think about where those guys could potentially go, and you will probably be able to figure out where it might be. Score prediction tomorrow. I'm probably going to take the under in Army Navy. Probably is some fireball behind me. There you go. FAU sounds like it might be a good guess. FAU sounds like it might be a good guess on Lane Kiffin, and that'll be pretty fascinating to see if that ends up happening. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate the time that you spent with us here. You can share this if you enjoyed our conversation with Kirk Herbstreit. Pass it along to your friends. I'm going to pin it to the top of the page. Special guest. Never know who you're going to get on Outkick. Thanks to Kirk Herbstreit. Thanks to the crew for coming to hang out. And I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. A lot of you, hopefully, at Army Navy come up and say hi to me. For Outkick the coverage, DBAP, I'm Clay Travis. This has been Outkick the show.